Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is immigration, certification. Basically, we are discussing about one of the topic that is India. On India, and basically, we are discussing SBI account, Amazon account, and after 2 days, basically, the big earthquake basically is going to happen to India land. So that topic basically in this basically we are discuss lava data also. Basically. In this now basically again we are asking one question basically. One of the satellite person basically asked the question. Sunil, have you got the job today? Means you are basically currently in office or basically you are at home and basically recording this video basically. Then satellite group, then Sunil Arna told that basically I am not getting job and basically still my income basically has not started in Vadodara city. So one of the person told that basically where is Vadodara city? From satellite basically he asked the question. So this is the Vadodara city. It basically looks like this. Previously actually the screen was visible. Now basically the screen is also not visible. Why? Because of mobile company. So see, this is the Vadodara city. How from satellite basically it look like this basically. The shape basically you can see. So that is the Vadodara city. So one of the person told that here basically the problem is basically from here basically the problem basically has started. Here actually you are not getting the job basically. That means problem is here only basically in this land. So in this land basically one of the satellite person basically asked the question how many software companies basically are there in Vadodara city basically because problem is from here only basically. Problem basically is from here only basically that actually we are discussing. So that topic basically we are discussing. So in this basically Vadodara city, Vadodara software companies, software companies. So see basically how Vadodara software companies basically are looking like this. So this is basically one of the software companies basically. This is one of the software company where basically some fire basically has happened. See, this is also one of the software company. See basically that company first. हाँ हाँ देखो जी भर के अपना ही है और अपने ही वोट से बने हैं बड़े बड़े पुल देश खबरों में बने रहવા માટે બેલ આઇકોન દબાવો અને એબીપી અસ્મિતાને સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરો વડોદરાનો કારેલી બાગ વિસ્તાર જ્યાં એ સમયે મચી ગઈ અફરાતફરી જ્યારે એલએનટી સર્કલ પાસે ન્યુમરેટર નામની કંપનીની ઓફિસમાં લાગી ભીષણ આગ આખરી ઘટનાની જાણ થતાની સાથે વડોદરા ફાયર બ્રિગેડના 10 ફાયર ફાઇટર ઘટના સ્થળ પર પહોંચ્યા ભીષણ આગને લઈ ફાયર બ્રિગેડે બ્રિગેડ કોલ જાહેર કર્યો એવામાં ફાયર બ્રિગેડની સ્નોરર સ્કેલ બગડેલી હાલતમાં હોવાથી ફાયર બ્રિગેડના જવાનોને જીવના જોખમે કામગીરી કરવી પડી ફાયર બ્રિગેડના કર્મચારીઓએ વેન્ટિલેશનના કાચ તોડી ધુમાડો બહાર કાઢવાની કામગીરી કરી અને પાણીનો મારો ચલાવ્યો વડોદરા મહાનગરપાલિકાના કમિશનર નલિન ઉપાધ્યાય પણ ઘટના સ્થળ પર પહોંચ્યા અને ભારે જહેમત બાદ જોકે આગ પર કાબુ મેળવાયો આગ ઓલવી હજુ તો ફાયર બ્રિગેડના જવાનો રાહતનો શ્વાસ લે ત્યાં તો સયાજીગંજ વિસ્તારમાં આગ લાગ્યાની બીજી ઘટના બની અહીં પેરેડાઇઝ કોમ્પ્લેક્સ પાસે પાર્ક. So see, this is one of the software company. Now basically few more software companies basically. But this is I think this basically group have branch basically in Vadodara city. तो ये पीला पीला क्यों दिख रहा है? वो देखो एकदम expert. So this is also one of the software company. Indian man का office. But here actually we are discussing Vadodara software company. There is one more software company basically, which is the. Yes, good morning. Welcome to Punch. See this company basically. जस्ट फटाफट हम लोग रेडी हो गए हैं चलिए नॉट वेस्टिंग टाइम फटाफट चलते हैं वहाँ पे और चलते वहीं पर डायरेक्टली बाय ये वडोदरा जंक्शन का जो रोड है उसी के सीधे का ये रोड है पूरा, उसी के सर लग के बस स्टॉप से आगे देखिए, तो ये रहा बस डिपो। और कल क्या बोला था कि नहीं 3C था बोला है, और ये है बड़ौदा जंक्शन स्टेशन। तो आगे जस्ट स्ट्रेट में ये बस डिपो है, जहाँ से आपको बसेस वगैरह मिल जाएंगे। चलिए फटाफट बस पकड़ लेते हैं यहाँ से। चल ठीक है फिर, तो चलते हैं मेरे से। मेरे स्ट्रेट जाना है, लाइक 800-900 मीटर जाना है, तो पैदल ही चल देंगे, मॉर्निंग का टाइम है। फाइनली मैं ऑफिस को पहुंच गया। यस, एक साल जहाँ काम किए अब ऑफिस में काम करते हैं, तो हम लोग ऑफिस जा रहे हैं। चलिए दिखाते हैं लोग कहाँ काम करते हैं, लाइक जिनको नहीं पता है तो मैं कहाँ काम करता हूँ, मेरी कंपनी। चलिए दिखाता हूँ, पहुँचने वाला हूँ। तो फाइनली हम लोग अपना ऑफिस पहुंच गए हैं। यस, ये है हमारा ऑफिस, LNT टेक्नोलॉजी सर्विसेज। तो ये बाहर का व्यू है, इसका ये लोगो हम लोग का बाहर से ब्रिज के पास से दिख रहा था। So this is also one of the biggest software company basically in Vadodara city. And map basically we have already saw. This is the map basically how Vadodara looks. See basically Vadodara looks like this basically. From satellite basically Vadodara looks like this basically. So this is basically Vadodara. So one of the person told that Vadodara is this basically, right? But who is basically handling the Vadodara city basically? So that is also a question basically. Because problem is in Vadodara only basically. The job basically you are not getting job. That means the problem is in Vadodara basically. So in Vadodara basically the BJP is ruling basically. So currently basically what in Vadodara BJP is ruling. This is the list basically of Vadodara city. See basically you are not able to see that video also. The image is also not able to display. So see the basically what are the things basically connected here. Basically. So see this is the Vadodara basically who is handling the Vadodara city. So one of the person told that so the problem is basically is in Vadodara city. In Vadodara basically you are not getting job. That means BJP party is creating problem to you because in Vadodara BJP is ruling and central also basically BJP is ruling. So problem is in Vadodara city and problem is in central basically. So one of the person told that basically what should we do basically now basically in Vadodara city what should we do basically that you should get the job basically. Few people says that basically we will. Few people say that basically your this is your resume. They immediately basically blocks the resume. That kind of people also basically are there basically. So how basically we should give basically one. We should tell Vadodara city basically don't do this again basically with Sunil man. How to give the
uh, how basically to explain Vadodara city. How basically we can explain the Vadodara city that basically please give job to Sunil Nair basically. Because problem is in here only basically. And BJP is ruling here basically. And that is the central is also basically ruled by BJP only. And Congress and BJP both are one, that basically everybody knows. One each and every party basically people basically are collecting set of data basically. Whatever data they want, they basically collects the data at any of the idea basically. So Congress and BJP both are basically one. Basically. That basically everybody knows. And if anybody go against basically them, then basically the person will go in the jail basically. That is Arvind Kejriwal basically is in jail basically. Why? Because he has basically fighted against that two people group basically. As basically I am fighting, same he also basically fighted. So he shifted to jail basically. So one of the person told that, matlab to find job, the responsibility, the responsible group basically are BJP. They are supposed to give the job. If anybody basically fights, if anybody asks BJP that basically why you are not giving job basically, then basically they will ban that particular person basically. And if anybody will ask the question to BJP, then basically he will send them a jail basically. So that is BJP and Congress basically, and both are basically one. Both are one basically, that everybody knows basically. Both are sitting basically at Parliament House basically. So both basically are sitting at Parliament House. That means both are basically one. That basically by default we are not supposed to tell anything basically. And government basically, that basically everybody knows that basically what is government. That is SBI group basically. And what is SBI group? That basically you have so long before basically. One example I will take of SBI group, and this is real example basically. You will not able to believe this basically. That this type of activity SBI group can do basically. See the example. One person basically got one marriage. He was actually creating problem to the, he was somebody basically told that basically he is a problematic person. So that means assume that basically that person is me. So I am basically problematic person basically. The video basically which you basically seeing basically, that is that person basically is a problematic person. So SBI, some of the SBI group basically, and in SBI basically everybody knows that is the North group basically, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh group basically. So one of the Uttar Pradesh person basically told that basically this Sunilar Nair basically is a problematic person basically. We have to do something basically for him. Basically. He's creating problem to SBI. So he told that basically how we can do that basically. Then he told that first basically we have to collect his family data basically. How many family members basically they have. Basically. And this is SBI group basically. They told that this many family members basically. So first basically we have to take them into our government custody basically. That do one thing basically, that give some marriage basically. For example, girl basically is there, then do the marriage of that girl with the government employee. If boy is there, then the go do girl marriage with the government girl basically. So like this basically they planned, and then basically the government entered into Sunilar Nair family house. Then they basically started creating problem within Sunilar family also basically, that so they basically proved that basically that Sunilar Nair basically is a problematic person. So they proved if basically you display one video basically every time, then basically that family member will say that yes basically Sunilar Nair basically is a problematic person. So they proved basically. Then basically they told that basically you have basically that Sunilar Nair basically will create problem to you, basically, creating problem to your family. So do one thing basically, kill that particular person basically, because he might create problem to others also. So government is government. They basically told that basically let's basically create this as a lesson basically. So they told that basically they basically told that they told that yes basically we are creating this. So they told one of the UP person basically told that basically, do you have basically one girl basically who is having AIDS basically, because this is the best basically punishment to give anybody. This is the best way to give the punishment. So he told that yes basically we have one girl basically in Madhya Pradesh. Really basically this is not real story basically, I'm just taking as an example basically what SBI group is basically. And that basically see basically how what is SBI group. That basically we see. So they told that basically, okay, basically, we have one girl basically in Madhya Pradesh. She actually is having the AIDS also, basically. But she is not knowing that basically she have AIDS. So he told that, okay, okay, okay. Then basically they had done the marriage of that particular person with that Sunil marriage, and he also got AIDS basically. Then government told that basically now basically it's done basically, and they have done the advertising also basically in front of the public. Basically they have done the advertising also. See basically, see, he was giving problem to us. So basically we have done the AIDS to that particular person. We have done AIDS marriage basically to particular person. Like this basically they done marriage, and then basically the SBI group thought little bit basically. They told that basically it might possible that he basically when he will die basically, and if he will have some another marriage basically, that time basically it might possible that his future generation will create problem to us. So they, do you know what they have done? They have done Nasbandi of that Sunilar Nair basically. So next generation is also ended. Now next generation is also not going to happen. So till Nasbandi we have reached this. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.